Borno people, do you know where your vote shall go to meet the man of vision and wisdom?
Well, there is more to life than journeying in prosperity. We took a lot. The society gave us a lot. We were educated from public expense. Most of our people were from the humblest of background. And there's a time to give back to the society, what the society gave us. And basically, it was a major driving force that made me veer into politics. Ordinarily, I'm not your constitutional Nigerian politician. I do not speak from both sides of my mouth. I often call a spade not by another thing but his name. So I see myself as an accidental politician or a developmental politician. I see politics as an avenue for social transformation, for social regeneration, for bringing development to our people, for really catapulting our rather backward society to a higher pedestal, rather than engaging in the nitty-gritty of local politics. Well, in terms of agriculture, the whole focus of the administration is a grassroots socio-economic empowerment program, with agriculture occupying the center point of the whole program. Entrepreneurial capitalism is embedded in the very psyche of the average Nigerian, but most of our people are poor, they are lacking in skills, and modern agriculture is all about adapting, embracing technology. The whole mantra is an increase in yield. So, as I have always told you, a Borno man has no business being poor, nor even a northern Nigerian, because Borno is 14 times the size of Abba State, 20 times the size of Lagos, where 3 times the size of the southeast region fused into one. And land in itself is the most endowed, most precious of commodities. We have land which, when well properly harnessed, can provide jobs for the multitude. Nigeria spends $20 billion every year importing food. We are the highest food importing nation in the world. We spend $1 billion every day importing wheat that can be produced from the wheat bear right from Sokoto down to Borno. Tomatoes. 1.6 billion worth of tomatoes are being imported from China. China, they do not use tomato. They produce tomato for the Nigerian market, for the African market. We import all sorts of jars. We import toothpick from Canada, cabbage from the United States, packaged in Dubai and delivered to Nigeria. So it's really sad. We need to work in our agricultural products in order to transform the agricultural sector. Education is the bedrock of our society. Through education, within a generation, the son of a senseless peasant will be a celebrated icon. I visited one secondary school within the metropolis, Yebago Mengel Secondary School, and what I saw there moved me to tears. Even now, if I recollect, sometimes my eyes tend to become teary. I sought to know from the principal how much she was giving for the feeding of our student for 1 month. She told me she was giving 1,009,000 naira only. With a student population of 2,500, this translates into 400 naira per student per month, which comes to 13 naira 33 kobo per student per day, which comes to 4 naira 33 kobo per student per week. And 4 naira 33 kobo cannot buy a sachet of pure water. And you and I, Desmond, we are all product of the public school system. As I've always said, prosperity will judge us harshly if we allow the public school system to collapse in this part of the country. Well, a governor might be the chief security officer of his state, but neither does he control the army, the police, not even the civil defense. But inshallah, we'll try as much as possible to collaborate and work alongside with the armed forces in order to bring peace back to our nation. Well, transportation is another major problem we are being faced in the state here. It saddens me sometimes. How much is the price of a liter highest bus? It's a factory 7-8 million. Why can't we provide air-conditioned vehicles for our people? It saddens me. It sometimes irritates me. I tend to get agitated to an annoyed most of the time. Because this is not Greek, rocket science, or anything very difficult. If you go to other places, poorer nations like Egypt, Thailand, you'll be amazed. Anytime I go to Dubai, it saddens me instead of making me happy. Because ordinarily we tend to, we tend to express ourselves as highly as educated, highly exposed in Africa, highly this, highly that. But these Arabs, whom we consider as backwards, they have the vision, they have the temerity and the focus to develop their country, a barren desert. We shall reach the promised land, inshallah. We shall reach the promised land. We shouldn't, let our country down. Well, my plans for the health sector is very, very too much. So I'll try as much as possible to increase the facilities in the health sector in order for them to be able to, make life better for our people. So we'll try as much as possible to collaborate and work with the health sector to be able to, provide good service to our people. Well, power is another major problem we are being faced with. Let's provide power for the sake of power. Well, we can use the absorber to provide power in our own power sector in New Marte, but sadly in Borno we are only getting 5 megawatts of electricity per day. And this 5 mega electricity per day we are getting, mind you, we share it with the dedicated line to the Nigerian Republic. Maiduguri, with a population of over 3 million, we are left with at least 2 megawatts of electricity per day, which is very, very sad. Well, inshallah, we'll try as much as possible to work towards the power sector to develop much more power that will generate in the state. Well, the youth are the backbone of our society. Because these youths that we tend to abandon, that we neglect, we use as ecomocs, as encaladers, as area boys during electioneering. They are the practice time monsters that will consume each and every one of us before the end of time. So it is in our enlightened self-interest to invest in the youth. Inshallah, we'll work towards that. Inshallah, if I'm being elected the governor. Well, to my supporters out there and to the good people of Borno, the future of Borno is in our hands to make or mar. I still want to go back to Abraham Lincoln, who said, "I do not care who my grandfather was, but I care what my grandchild will be." So I'm not obsessed with the past. I have a little bit of pity and a dose of content for those who dwell in the past. It is not the past that matters, it's the future. And I am the future. I have the exposure, I have the vision, I have the focus, and mind you, I have the age to take Borno to a greater level. Thank you very much for your time, and God bless you all.